What is happening? We are doing a not so live for you today. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning here on Wednesday. I'm doing a shop walk for you, and we're gonna stream it for you guys and let you check out what we're doing. The problem with us trying to stream or trying to do these live shop walks is the video quality is so poor. So we're trying to pre-film these for you and let you check out what we're doing so you can get a high quality look. Speaking of what we're doing, so this is one of the first things that happens in the morning is the instruments from the day before that were painted were top coated. So whether they were cleared, satined, or raw toned, will come over here and they'll get inspected before going into production as far as buffing or final assembly. I'm gonna throw on my glasses and just check these out real quick. All right, check us out. We got a Cura right here for Aaron Bear. And actually I can read the names because I have my glasses on. Look at that, that's beautiful. Love the way that looks. I love the Cura, just the way the lines all make sense and they flow. It's just such a classy, elegant model. And it's your favorite? Is it really? That's cool. We got a titanium. Oh, Gabriel, one of our very own Kiesel artists. Amazing. And so it looks like we're doing a Nintendo type of build, the old school Nintendo. That's cool for an ATS. We got a little lefty love for Utaka. That's beautiful looking. I love the natural binding on this one. Such a
signature look for us.
Very signature look. Yeah, I'm loving that. Another A2, and this one is for Luis Caballero. I believe this was a pick your top. So there we go. Luis has got a pick your top. I remember the name, and yep, it was a pick your top right there. It was a Black Friday pick your top. Another ATS, Chris, and I'm missing the last name, but pretty rad. And these are getting all the new heels, right? And the new rear bevel. Love how that looks. Keep in mind, these all need to be color sanded and buffed. So they're just in the QC check right here. Let me blow this one off. All right. And this is for Raphael. Gosh, what a beautiful finish. Am I getting them like fucked up angles? Like, let me know.
Oh, no, they look good. I'm just trying to get off the wood.
Okay, sweet. All right, we got a Vader for Matthew Metcalf. Beautiful satin black Vader. Multi-scale, tremolo system. These things are so lightweight. This is gonna get the, is this a 25? No, it's not a 25, it's a 24. So it's right before the changeover. Beautiful though, and a Holdsworth, check it out in pink. That's awesome. For Wendy Wang. It's beautiful looking. Love that medium pink color and satin. Got a fade here. And this one is for Yazi, I think. Maybe I butchered that. Sorry if I did. Just because I have my glasses on doesn't mean I can actually read. I can see your name, but reading is another thing. Oh, wow. Look at that. Brian Mitchell. Look at that quilt just popping off of there. Some big old fat quilt on that one. Love that. Brand new base, the new model. Love the way that looks. Got the dual jacks. Stay. You know that. Love that ZM8. Another fade. And then we got a gold one here. Let's see what we're doing with this. Sand flat for YY. So we're doing a gold top, probably to black. So, you know, we got to get it perfect. Sand all this flat. Then we put our stencil on there for the paint. But a gold top. That's going to be a beautiful Jason Becker YY. Love that. So let's get going through the shop. You guys got to see something that's really cool. So sometimes doing these at different times are cool because you get to see different processes. If I did these at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock every time, you're gonna miss some of that stuff. So let's head back here and check out what the guys got going on. You can see all of these in the works, waiting for final setup. A lot of bodies, You got necks there waiting. Chris, very detail oriented, just dialing that Ultra V in. We're doing more. Oh wow, that one's cool. Squirrel. Morning, sunshine. Can I see that real quick? Wow, that's very unique looking, but that is cool. Look at that. Bevel delete Aries, reverse trans white Cali. That was cool. Sunshine. It's kind of cool to do different times. What do you think, Brandon? Like, because the guys are doing different stuff. What's up, Lucas? How are you? Doing good? You can see all these neck blanks here that have been glued up. You guys can see they're all numbered, right? So these are numbered pairs. They go together. And so we always match the pairs together because it's the same piece of wood. And that way we get that uniform look on your 3 or 5 or 7 piece neck for your sides. You can see the center strips here. See, this is great timing when the guys are putting these necks together right now. These are going to be bolt-on necks. So you can see that. So the different laminates. And then they're going to go together and get clamped up. And what's cool is you can see that grain just following the same pattern. So really cool. Just neat to see, and for you guys to see these different processes. Dom's gluing up some tops right now. So that's kind of one of the things we start doing in the morning, and we get some tops clamping up. So he's getting ready to do a full load, so we can do 4 sets of tops at a time. Check this out. So I got a metal flake infused. This is for Lucas Wong. We know that guy. So this is how they're going to look before I get them. And then I have to go and open up some voids and mirror them. And I have a lot of work to do on this. But we'll build little bridges here so that when I'm working on them, none of the resin flows out to the side. So my guys will give them to me like this, and then I have to do my magic on them, creating voids and stuff on the head plates and making sure I don't poke through where the tuners are. And they're a lot of work, a lot of steps, but man, they're a lot of fun, and they come out, I think, really cool. Hopefully you guys like them. What do we got here? Can't show that on the machine right now. Some of our chambering. Terrell done here for an AC26. I think it's an AC26 on there right now. We're right behind you, brother. Just wanted to let you know. Look at that intense. RJ getting in on that Holdsworth there. Making sure everything's perfect. So we did a run. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. Here is an Aries from the run. So this is pretty cool. So this is a stage 3. This is for John Gamrat. What are the odds I pick up John Gamrats? So we got the rear bevel, the new neck heel. We got to sand this so you can see where the machine, try to get it at the right angle. The machine ran it to here and ran it to there. It has to stop because the gasketing's right here. So the guys have to go in by hand and do this portion. But got the rear jack on that one. Of course, a tremolo. John loves trems. Multi-scale 6s are kind of his favorite. What is happening? How are you, brother?
Good, how you doing?
Dialing in one of our new O2s. Z2s, sorry, Z2s. Thanks, Brandon. This is Josh. Brandon in our paint department's twin brother, identical twin brother. Definitely a family affair. We'll get on the other side and check Rob out over here. What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
What you got, a Jason Becker?
Yep.
Look at that. Rob, what year did you get hired?
1983.
1983. The man, the myth, the legend. It's a long time. That's a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. 1983, running our custom shop. That's amazing. Thank you, Rob. Look at this. Holy shit. Look at that neck. That's master grade flame koa. This is for Jeremy. Look at that top. So I'm gonna get this and I'm gonna have some fun with this particular one. Look at that head plate. So guys, we do mild, we do wild. We're trying to hit at, you know, almost all price points reasonably, right? I mean, we are American made. And the guys, when they're working on guitars, they're not going to spend more time because this one is probably a $7,000 guitar or more. They're gonna do their best every single time. And that's what I really want to impress upon you guys, just the level of craftsmanship every time. So there's a K there. Here's another K right here. A beautiful K series. Love that. Do we have another K right here? Man, I'm about to be busy again. Got another K right here. Look at that one. Another beautiful top. And I have one guy in the shop that works on the K series, Mr. JD right here. JD's been with us over 20 years. He does all of our K series, runs our body department over here, just getting everything sanded and perfect. JD, how are the new necks coming out with the changes for the ball ending?
I've only sanded one
Okay.
so far. Most of them have been the old program. The
Got
new
it.
ones are much easier.
Cool. More consistent too? Yeah. That's pretty badass. So we went through and we changed and updated all of our CNC programs for the necks. And as JD just said, these are all coming through now. And man, we're spending a lot more time on the machine, which obviously slows us down, but the goal was to really make sure the necks are even that much more consistent, right? We want to make sure that every time you pick one up, there's not even a little variant, right? So that's the goal. SH550, what's up, Harry? How are you, brother?
Good. How about you?
Feeling good, man. Look at that. Getting that set neck all in there, and this is how we're doing these. Something you guys don't get to see all the time. Look at all these Aries from the run. Boom, 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 just lined up. Most of these are from the run, some of them are not. Of course, you got like a Type X in here. Beautiful Type X, I love that model. Look at that, that's beautiful. Got a couple of CSs right next to each other. You got one with some varying color in it. It's gonna make a beautiful pattern, and then one just very, you know, consistent, clean. Both are gorgeous. Got a bunch of necks here. Keep in mind, every time we do necks, this is how we do them, right? We get the top level, flat, the slots get cut in. It's a full thickness. Look at how thick of a blank we start with, guys. There's no adding the headstock later with a scarf joint here that's gonna break off. None of that. This is one piece, quarter sawn maple, hard rock maple. It's been roasted. Cut those slots in here. We bond the rods in. Those rods are not coming out at all as they fall out. Would that be fucking hilarious? No, they're bonded in there. So it does two things when you bond them in there. One, it locks the neck in. It's got more strength. And two, you have no chance of rattling later, right? So it does two things for us. Then what the guys are gonna do is they're gonna trace out the pattern that they're gonna cut. We're gonna do a cut on the bandsaw after these are bonded in. We've learned over time that's the way to do it. We used to cut the neck and then bond these in, and we couldn't get them as true and flat. So by bonding these in and then cutting it, gives us a more solid, straight piece of wood to go ahead and machine. So these are lined up, getting ready to machine. They're gonna come out like this. This is our new ball ending. Brandon, I want you to feel that. I don't even know if you've felt that yet. That's the brand new latest one. And when you look at it down the side, the consistency all the way down the side, nobody has sanded that. This took us so many countless hours to get this to this level, and we almost don't need to sand it. That's what JD was talking about. So This is yet again another change from only about 2 weeks ago. I went back through and redid the next with Tim, our programmer, probably driving him insane. But that is one of the great benefits you guys are getting by me having OCD. I want to make sure that every time these come out, they're perfect. They've got to be perfect. You probably can't even see the lines on there. So the machine is moving 15 thousandths of an inch each time it's making a cut. We used to move 50 thousandths, moved it down to 15, and then we reprofiled everything, and just the edges along the fingerboard are going to be perfect every single time. And that's what it's all about, right? It's not about us trying to do something faster. It's about us trying to make things more perfect every single time. Haas CNC machines, if you guys watch Drive to Survive, they have the Haas team on there. Same machines that make the Ferrari Formula One engines are making your guitars. They're accurate within 1/10,000th of an inch. Consistent and repeatable. All of our fixtures are billet aluminum, so you can see that billet aluminum. Problem is, some people that have CNC machines will make their own fixtures and they make them out of wood. Guys, what happens with wood? If it gets moist or dry, it expands or contracts. You can't make your fixtures for a CNC machine out of wood. They have to be made out of something that is not affected by the elements, something that is going to stay consistent for the life of the machine. That 7071 billet aluminum is not moving. The stuff on top of that is called phenolic. The phenolic is what they use to make skid plates out of for race cars, and they use them in aerospace. This is a man-made product that also does not move. It does not expand or contract at all. So again, with all of our fixtures, they're all made in-house. So we buy the CNC machine and then we build everything here in-house, load up the machine, program everything here to ensure that everything is perfect every single time. When we send out a cutter to get sharpened, we do what's called a cutter compensation. We will take that cutter, we will re-mic it, we will drop it down, and we have a tool that will check the depth and it readjusts the machine. So the machine is automatically cutting at the proper depth even when we do cutter sharpening. It's called a cutter comp. These are things that not everybody knows how to do. Just because you have a fancy whiz-bang machine doesn't mean you know how to operate it. We've been using CNC machines to get our guitars perfect since the 90s. So we have almost 40 years of experience using these types of machines. With that comes a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom. See all these necks in here. Got one of the Run guitars here. Beautiful Limba. Oh no. Oh, that is one of the Run guitars. No, I lied. It's an AC26. Oh, I did lie. Way to go, Jeff. I don't know if we even offered the Limba 5-piece. Maybe not. What's up, buddy? How are you? Doing good. So we got a Delos 7-string. I wanted to grab this just because it's got that really cool headstock. I love the way that looks. Pretty neat. All right, let's go check out some actual finished guitars. What do you think? How are we doing on time? 20 minutes. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. I lied. We're going to check out Scott. Hey, Scott, can we see that before you flip it down? No, you're good. We just want to look. Yeah, before you start grinding on it. So we sucked the fingerboard to this special fixture, and Scott is going to go back and forth, giving it the right radius. So even though we show you guys how we rock the fretboard back and forth, once it's actually bonded to the neck, this is a step we do before, and I'm not aware of anyone in the industry really doing this kind of level besides the ultra high-end, $6,000 and up solid color guitars. So it just makes all the difference. Adjusting everything, getting it perfect, rocking that fretboard back and forth, getting the radius added to to the fingerboard prior to even putting it on. So it's just one more step we do that, what does it take, guys? It takes time, but it's the right way to build an instrument. No Plek machines here. What are you doing? Trying to hide? You got those here? Okay, so Daisy went through, checked them, and here we go. We got a couple little areas that guys need to focus on this particular one. So we got 2 dots on that one. They're gonna focus on before it goes to sanding and buffing. See, just grab another one. Let's grab Gabriel's. And we got a little bit of an eye right there. We're gonna get that out. Grab this one here, just random guitars. And nothing, that's just, that's the tag. Hey, good morning, Larry. Nothing on this one. So that's the difference. We didn't used to do all these extra steps as far as our finish department. We want to make sure that these finishes are coming out perfect every single time. Look at these, man. AC26s. So you got a cedar top with a mahogany body. It's going to be a raw tone finish. See what color it's going. I don't see a color on this particular one, but that'll be cool. Just a natural one. Speaking of natural, look at this. Look at that poplar burl. That is absolutely beautiful. Looks like it's getting maybe a honey cali burst on it. Look at this zebra wood one. AC26. Look at how beautiful that design is. I love it. Getting the oils all applied, getting them tongue oiled perfectly. Man, I really like this headstock. This is the 8-string version, but that headstock is super cool. And this is for Tyler Gregory. We got these ones here waiting for top coat. These ones are waiting for color. Those ones are waiting for stain or moving on to the next step. The ones in the cart over there are waiting for tongue oil on the necks. You guys saw Josh earlier. This is Brandon, his identical twin. Brandon has been here now. So Brandon started with us at the old building. So Brandon has got to have been with us now, I'm going to say 8 years.
I'd say about that, yeah.
About 8 years Brandon's been with us, yeah. Brandon was working for another company, coming in, doing some work at the shop. And every morning we would start talking, you know, and like I'm sitting at my desk or whatever, and we'd start chatting, and I'm like, brother, why don't you come work for me? He's like, what am I going to do? I'm like, I don't know. I like you. You got a great attitude. Come work for me. And so here we are 8 years later. And sometimes that's what it's about, right? Is you put the right people within your company, and then they learn how to do that job. And he does an amazing job. Brandon does all of our top coats. So all of our satins, our gloss, our raw tones, that's all Brandon. He started in our shipping department originally, and then got into our finish department doing, you know, prep work, primer. He knows how to paint color, now doing all the top coats. So just amazing. That attention to detail. So you can see this, it's all sanded perfectly flat. That's a rad color combination. KRG, royal blue, black over hot pink. Man, I love that. Who is this for? That's the new one. This is for, man, I gotta put this on because sometimes the tags are hard for me to read. Tanis Factory. That is a rad looking one. And so this has the new neck heel and the new bevel on the back. This is such a massive difference in the access. I can't even begin to tell you how crazy that feels in comparison. It's not that the old ones didn't have great access, they did. These ones are just that next level. So we got Alex just finished up. Alex just finished up all the primers. So that's another cool thing about changing these tours up, because you could see different processes. So this booth in here is only going to be clear material. What I mean by that is primers, and it's going to be all of our top coats. We don't spray any color in here. We don't want any chance of contamination. So we have a clean room the guys go into. They change and they put suits on. So like Alex is done, so he's looking like, you know, a normal person. He's not all in his spacesuit in there. So he gets out of his suit, comes in here. Look at what he's doing, guys. First thing he's doing. Alex, what are you doing? You're cleaning your gun.
Cleaning the gun.
Making sure everything is perfect. Does every custom shop clean their gun after every time they use it? Probably not. We do. Because the difference is, it's not the longevity of the equipment. It's the consistency when he goes to spray tomorrow. That gun is perfect. It's dialed in. He cleans it. It's his gun. He makes sure it's set perfectly. So when he goes tomorrow to spray, it's ready to go. So what it's all about, making sure everything is perfect. We're going to go in here. We don't normally go in here. We're going to go in here, and you can see how clean everything is, how everything is labeled, everything's in a spot, everything is perfect. We have a dump container, right? So when we have extra paint, so when people are like, hey, I want to get this particular color, we order a small bottle of that paint. We only use a little bit. We have to dump it out. Then we have to pay to dispose of this. This is all costs that we have associated with doing business, especially doing business in California, but we do it responsibly in the right way. So we're disposing of it, a company comes, and we have to pay them a lot of money to take away all the excess that we don't end up using. So we're going to go this way. Sorry, Brennan. Look at that, got a couple crackles coming through. Got the candy corn, Tropic. So Brandon's wheeling in everything he's going to clear today. So I'm guessing you're doing gloss today, right?
Yep.
Cool. It's looking good. So we got 10 on this rack and an additional 5. So our goal with our top coat is somewhere between 15 and 30, depending on what product he's spraying. Satin, sometimes we can get up to 30 in a day. But the gloss, man, I mean, it's like 15's kind of our comfortable spot on gloss. And when we do like crackle finishes, those have to be sprayed twice. So we do 3 coats, then we sand them flat like they're seen here. So they're perfectly flat. And then we got to do 3 more coats, sand them, and buff them out. So there is some extra cost associated with that. Of course, is for Ryan Herman. There's a lot more labor. We don't charge nearly what we should for our crackle finishes, how amazing they come out, all the extra time and energy and love we put into them. Brandon, we good for time?
We're good.
Okay. Let's see, I'm gonna grab one here. Let's grab this. Let's grab a Brian Bromberg. Look at that. Look at that funky base shape. That's pretty cool. Give the bass players some love. We'll keep going on the bass players here. Look at that Vader. Super dope. Oh, got a little bit of flame in that walnut on the back of the neck. All right. Oh, look at that. I got an email from Mr. Dan Jacobs about this guitar, seeing if it was ready. Dan Jacobs of Atreyu. Check that out. Pretty dope. It was good timing on that.
Yeah.
I got to hit Dan back up. Show off a couple more basses. Look at that. 2 different customers. Well, you got a, what do you got? A OB2 and an A2. So you got 2 totally different, but nearly look identical. Isn't that crazy? Like back to back. And you could see that body. Very, very similar. All right. So, how many people here play guitar?
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I mean at the company, like the majority of everybody here plays guitar. There's very few that don't play guitar.
Yeah, there's quite a few people who play.
Yeah, that's
Bass,
pretty crazy.
bass players.
Do they count, bass players?
Never. Are you kidding me?
Well, the way you said it is. So if you get Albert on the phone, this is Albert. Albert's pretty awesome. Albert is a great player, by the way. So, and we're always hustling here. So, you know, if you guys need help or assistance, sometimes it can take a couple days because, you know, we don't have really anybody here just doing this. You know, he's super dialing the guitars in, making sure they play, and before they all go out. Here's a really rad solo. Got that new cutaway and the new neck heel. RS 22 fret. Dude, the AC 26, so dope. Yeah, Albert helped us dial that in with Brandon, and the sound on that.
Sounds great.
I mean, we were all blown away. We were like, and we grabbed the Cordova out of the room, and we were like, plugged the Cordova, and we were like, this sounds better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, that was our opinion, of course, just the three of us, and what do we know?
It looks super slick too.
It looks cool. And the cool thing about the ACs, they play like an electric guitar.
Right.
So when you get one and you play it, it's amazing. Or if you want that more traditional nylon string type of feel, we can do a 20-inch fretboard radius. It's not perfectly flat like a traditional nylon. We can do a thicker neck. We don't do the wide nut, so that's kind of the only thing you're missing is like a true flat fretboard and a little wider nut. But the advantage is the way they play. They play so effortlessly.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. So another cool model. Brandon, anything else you want me to show or talk about? Or
Yeah, don't forget to watch F1 this weekend.
F1 this weekend.
Very important.
Yeah, it's the
First race.
first race of the year. We'll see how Lewis does with Ferrari.
That's right.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Totally excited.
Yeah, it's exciting. That'll be a neat one.
We're looking forward to Saturday.
Yeah. We'll be there. We'll be there soon.
We'll get there.
But anyway, and this is Macklin's desk over here where Macklin dials everything in and super checks everything, does all his quality control sheets here. So he'll grab one of these and he just makes sure everything's perfect. So these are all extra steps that we're doing for 2025. You know, the new fret work that we're doing, polishing the ends of the frets and getting the biggest thing is getting the edges here. It's the radius at the tip that is really changed, right? That is the big difference. It's not the bevel, the crowning, it's the edge here. So you're not losing. My biggest concern is I didn't want anybody to lose any string space on the top. So what we're not doing is we're not crowning the edge more. We're just radiusing this edge and we're radiusing the edge of the fretboard. So as you play, you could play for 12 hours and not have that fatigue that you would have previously, right? So if you're only playing for 20 minutes at a time, you could still feel the difference for sure. And we're putting a lot more time and energy and love into them. And, you know, we're at that level where only your $5,000 and up people are doing. And we're doing that at every price point now for 2025. So just yet again, another step of just our standard, right? I feel like we've done some things that are standard that have readjusted what the industry calls standard now. People weren't doing stainless steel fret standard, now they are. They weren't doing lumen lace side dots, now they are. They weren't doing carbon fiber reinforcement rods, now a lot of them are. Now what stainless frets are they putting in? What glow in the dark side dots? Most of them aren't lumen lay. They don't even glow that bright. They don't even glow that long. And their frets are not Jescar like we're putting in. So we're just putting in that extra love and attention at every price point. Look at that, super dialing that in. But that's what we do at every price point. So if you're wondering what makes us tick, it's continuing to evolve this brand and make the guitars better and better and better. And we're making a better guitar this year than we did last year. So if we can ever do anything for you guys, call my guys, 858 Guitars. I don't have a deal, or should we like grab a guitar and just do a deal right now? A deal of the live?
Let's go.
Oh, fuck, let's go in the back room and just, let's find something, I guess. I didn't think about that ahead of time. A deal of the live. Should we go in the showroom or the back room? What do you want to do? Is there anything that's hidden that people can't see?
I'll keep it on this side.
Fuck. Let's see. Do we want to do like an, have we done an AC? We haven't done an AC 26 yet on a deal?
I don't think so. Let's have dimensions as possible.
Well, yeah. What did we do last week?
The O2 base.
O2 base.
Yeah.
Should we do this white one?
I think we should do that white.
Okay, let's do this white one. Let's take it in the showroom so they can actually see it better. Gosh, this thing is so sexy. I don't know if I want to do this one now, Brandon.
I'm trying to work with accounting.
Look at that. Look how sexy that is. Got the rosewood fretboard. This is set up with steel strings. Got, of course, the sound hole. What you might not know about this particular one is this is one of the very first ones of the final. It's not a prototype. This is like, I guess, number one of what we ended up with the final product. This actually has an alder top, so it's really lightweight. This is the one that we did all the testing on. Yeah, look at that neck heel.
That's awesome.
Love the way that looks. I don't know if I want to sell it, Brandon. I'm like having a hard time right now.
I was gonna say, we gotta pick another one now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think we got to pick another one. I kind of want to hang on to this one. That's what happens, and then you end up with 1,000 guitars. I'm going to set it right here. Yeah, I don't want to sell that one. And the other one in there is Lee McKinney, so we're not selling that. Fuck. Should we do an HD? What do you think about that?
Blue Mist one?
Yeah, let's do the Blue Mist HD. Let's do this one. Okay. How much do we sell HDs for? Do you remember? Is it $15.49? Or no?
I thought there was
16.
99 or 16.
$16.49 plus the trim. So why don't we just go? Let's just do $17.49. We'll give the free flame maple fingerboard, the free block inlays, the red pickguard. Oh, it's got my dad's pickups in it though.
Let's say, are you trying to let someone rob you today?
Let's just go $17.49, but they have to call while this is airing. That'll be the catch.
So they're gonna have like
Oh, they won't.
30 seconds.
Yeah, they won't. Okay. So we'll give them by the end of the day. How about that? And by the end of the day, to get this exact Blue Mist guitar, $17.49. And oh God, why did I just do that?
What do you think this would be full pop, like 22?
No, with the metallic, and then
more?
yeah, yeah, probably like close to 2,600. Yeah, fuck. Okay, well I did it, so it is what it is. So if you want that guitar, call my guys. If you don't, I'm okay just putting it online and selling it for full price. Here's my Kira. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is inspired by my cat. She's got a really cute pink nose and these beautiful colored eyes of about that color. And Casey did a fantastic job. Her little paw print on there. Of course, scaled up, but that's her paw print. And then matching headstock is a denim finish with a white Cali burst and the deeped binding. And then look at the back on that. Beautiful 3-piece neck. Just love how this one looks. So this is my personal guitar. At some point, it's going to go on my wall at home. But yeah, there's Grandpa. The man, the myth, the legend. Started it all. On that note, guys, thanks for watching. Don't step back. You're going to eat shit.
That would have been a good way to end it.
That'd have been like everybody skips forward to watching Brandon eat shit, but we got a lot of views. So anyhow, I know. Anyhow, on that note, guys, thanks for all you do. Thanks for the love and support. Wouldn't be here without you guys.